Hey guys, my name is Jamie Simpson. I am a one-star Diamond Beachbody coach, and I have been asked to share my story. Basically, when I signed up, what I've gotten out of Beachbody, kind of just how it's worked for my family and for my life. So, saying that, I have to go back. I have always been athletic. I played sports all through high school, in college. And so when I had heard about an opportunity to teach or learn turbo kick, that became, I guess that kind of became my like soulmate workout. It was the thing I absolutely loved it. I still love it, but I started that back, and I can't even remember the year I exactly started it, but we kind of just did it as a group. And then I did end up getting certified in '09, finally. And went to certification up in Decatur with another girlfriend, and it was great. Came back and I taught it from then on. So about 4 years ago, I had to have surgery. It kind of slowed my pace with the turbo, and then I think it was 2 years ago, I actually stopped doing turbo altogether. I had kind of got burnt out. I was teaching it hard several days a week. Most likely it was every day but Sunday, most weeks. And I was just majorly burnt out. And after the surgery, I just decided to kind of take a break. It was during that time that a lot of things were happening in my life. And I think I had to find out the hard way that I was exercise thin. I was always thin because I had managed to exercise every day of the week, and I could eat whatever I want, and I was younger. And so in the matter of that year and a half, I gained 30 pounds. And I didn't realize that I had gained 30 pounds until I think it was one day. I was, many of you that know me know this story, but I had to go in front of a very packed gym to give away a 1,000-point ball to a high school player who had hit her 1,000th point. And getting ready for that, I put on this pair of jeans that had always been my bigger jeans, that we would wear. And so my bigger jeans were not big. They were actually very, very tight. And they were so tight that I even had my daughter take pictures of me in the outfit I had on, because I'm like, man, I just feel like I'm not fitting into these clothes right. And I really struggled to go. The paper came out that next week. My picture was in it. And I saw the picture and I was like, what in the world? That was kind of my aha moment. It just happened that a week later, I was looking back into turbo, of course, because that was my answer for everything. And I saw that the woman who certified me, who was a Beachbody coach, and had actually offered kind of to talk to me about the Beachbody opportunity back when I was certified, she had just posted about the 21-day fix, and many of you have seen it posted. If I can help you lose 15 pounds in 21 days, would you be interested? And I was like, yes, like yesterday. So I spent the $140 because it was on sale. It was a brand new program, and I got on the program. I started February 18th, joined her challenge group, and it was a group of women that I did not know. Didn't know really any of them except for Christina. And it was women from all over, a lot from Chicago, and they were from other states. So, and I found myself, in the first week, I lost 6 pounds in 7 days, and I was shocked because it wasn't a pill, which I had tried a drink, I had tried a pill, I had done all those things, and none of them were working. And this was literally working out half the time that I was used to working out, which was an hour for turbo. And really, that was all I did for 21 days. And at the end of 21 days, I lost 15 pounds. But after the first week, I called my coach and I said, hey, I'm interested in hearing a little bit more about, how I can get people in touch with you, because I absolutely love helping people lose weight, and this program is amazing. And I said, so how do I get them in touch with you? And she said, well, you don't. You have the opportunity to have them come to you. They're going to relate to you, not to me. And I thought, well, that's awkward and weird, and I don't want to sell it. So anyway, after going back and forth, I actually went to Tommy and I said, okay, here's the deal. Do this coaching thing. Since I've bought a challenge pack, I don't have to pay the fee to be a coach. And it's going to cost me $15.95 a month because they give us 3 websites. And let's just say I do this for 3 months and I can get a lot of people to buy the product and we can do it together, and then I'll just drop out because by then it will kind of worn out its welcome and it'll be done. And he was like, okay, whatever. Because that's typically what he says when I say things like that, like, whatever, that's fine. So I signed up as a coach a week later. February 25th was my sign-on date as a coach. I posted that day on my wall, and I had 66 comments, I believe, of people that were like, yeah, if you can help me lose 15 pounds in 21 days, I'm sold. And so there started kind of my Beachbody coaching. I put people in challenge groups. I immediately fell in love with the program, the ability to help people. And so my 3 weeks, 3 months, all kind of changed pretty soon. I mean, I hit Emerald, which for those of you who don't know what that means, it means you sign 2 coaches. They can be discount coaches, just people that drink the Shakeology every month, which that was part of the reason too, because I ended up liking the Shakeology. I thought, I'm not paying $100 or $130 for a shake. Well, I fell in love with it, and so I ended up signing 2 coaches, and I was Emerald within, I think it was my first full week of coaching, and then before I knew it, I was really close to Diamond, which is 8 coaches, and then you have 2 of those coaches that are Emeralds. And that doesn't mean a lot to many of you, but I hit Diamond in by June. So signed in the end of February, and I was Diamond by June, and I honestly couldn't tell you how any of that happened. Like when people tell me like, oh, how'd you do that? I was just like, I don't really know. Like it wasn't about the money. And I know that's hard to believe for most of you. It was just never about that. I mean, in reality, we make $40 on a challenge pack. We make $30 on a bag of Shakeology. I was trying to get people to say, hey, if you love the Shakeology, you can save. I won't get the commission anymore, but you can get it. You can get the savings. You're going to save the $30, and so it wasn't ever really about the money. Not that I didn't enjoy having a little extra spending money, but I didn't even realize fully what I was making. The joke initially is my first week I screwed up so badly. I didn't know what I was doing because I started kind of crazy. My coach lives in Chicago, and she was on the phone with me until like 11 o'clock at night trying to clean up orders that I had just been giving people her website instead of my website and sending them her video instead of my video. I mean, I was completely a mess. But she did help me iron out all of that, and I'm still learning. I think I just started, and it was all she kept saying is just go. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. And it was just the impact that it had when people were calling me and saying, my gosh, it's my first week and I've already lost 6 pounds and this is so easy. It just made my heart like, oh, I was so happy. Because when I had Turbo, it had results because Turbo's a great program and Turbo Fire is a great program. But the way that they put with the nutrition plan with the 21-day fix was something that I had never mastered. I sucked at nutrition. If you ask anyone in my life, I sucked. I was sick all the time. And that is part of my other testimony. I always say it's Shakeology, and I know a lot of it is because of the probiotics and the prebiotics and all the things that you get with the Shakeology drink. But I think the biggest thing is I'm eating vegetables for the first time, like probably since my mom made me do it when I was little. That's the last thing I would grab. I mean, I'll grab fruit all day long, but if you tell me, you know, cook green beans but soak them in butter, um, it was just that they told me what to eat. And so part of my story is that I haven't been to a doctor since September of 2013, um, other than for like a little thing here and there, like I got a spider bite, or I was in a car accident, so I had to go for my back. But I mean, you could ask any of my family. I've had pneumonia. I think I was 2 the first time I had pneumonia. I get pneumonia, bronchitis, some kind of respiratory infection every year. I have since I was little. Um, and I've been through a fall, spring, a fall, and so far this spring, and really like a sniffle here and there, but I have not had anything. And so that to me, I mean, I'm saving a lot of money. I feel bad the doctor's office is no longer making a ton of money on me, but I have just, it's transformed my life health-wise. It's transformed my life mentally, emotionally. When I signed on as a coach, I was probably not in a very good place. Years before that, in '09, when Christina certified me in Turbo, one of the jokes I told her after I signed as a coach, and it's kind of one of those embarrassing things, but I actually, I had blocked her because she was way too bubbly. Like, she was constantly posting this motivational stuff and blah, 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 right? If you're on my page, you know the irony of all of this. But I just wasn't ready for that in my life. I have great kids, great life, but there's just a part of me that liked living in that, eh, that just, I don't want to be bubbly and happy. And so now I understand why there are people who probably have literally like hid me. They don't want to see me. And not that things aren't bad, but I just feel like I'm surrounded by some of the happiest, goal-oriented, healthy, just positive people that I could ever imagine. People that I've known for a year, some way less than a year. But these are the people that when I'm having a bad day, I can say, hey, remind me of what my life is. I mean, I could have one area of my life being devastatingly depressing, but I still have so many things that are great and are going on. So I feel like emotionally, it's just taken me to a different place than I've ever been before. And then there's the financial part. I will share. I basically, when I signed on, I told my coach, she asked for my goal. My goal was $200 a month. I'd like to make an extra couple $100 a month because we were going to sporting events all the time and literally pulling money out of our bank account knowing it was going in the negative because every game was $4, and then we had to eat out, and then we had to do this, and we were paying for athletic fees and basketball shoes, and that's those things because I've always been a stay-at-home mom and / real estate agent, and the market's kind of been a bomb since probably '01, '02. And so we've always have lived off of one income. And so kind of my idea of Beachbody was, I'll make a couple $100. It'll be great. I never made a couple $100 a month. I know there are people who say that their story is very different than mine. I hit the ground running. I immediately saw what this business could do in my life. And like I said, emotionally more than financially. But I didn't realize the money. We get paid automatically every Thursday. Comes into we can look on our online office. And I can be honest and tell you that there are some days on Saturday I'm like, oh yeah, crap, I don't even know what I made this week, because it doesn't feel like a job to me, and it never has. I'm not saying there aren't days where I'm like, oh, I've been on my phone all day or I've been on the computer all day. But it takes that one person saying, oh, I lost 6 pounds this week. And you're like, oh, it's worth it. So worth it. So I feel like financially, looking back, I can't even believe the things that it has done and allowed me to do for my family. Um, and I cannot wait to see what happens in the future. So basically, I mean, you guys can ask any questions you want. I am an open book. My story is very different. All of our stories are different. But I know that this business is for anyone who wants to help somebody. And it can be in the form of weight loss, it can be in the form of just nutrition, and it can be in the form of emotional. Because there are people that I know that are coaching right now that are probably making, you know, less than $200 a month, but they are builders in emotional support. And it takes a team, and I have the most amazing people surrounding me. I can't even, I mean, I could name them all here, but it's not people that are even just a part of my team. The people that have been signed under me, personally sponsored, or, you know, one of my personally sponsored. It's the people that are on other people's teams. We're not competing in that sense. They're just constantly building. So if this is something that you are thinking might be for you, or maybe not even like a serious, I want to replace my job or I want to replace my income, but I just want something, the ultimate accountability. I want something where I can help others and others can help me to be healthier, to be happier. But if you want the financial freedom, that is there too. And my door is open. So anytime you want to ask a question, you can email me or get a hold of me on Facebook, and I'll put those below. I hope you have a great day. Thanks.